So in this video, we are going to be designing another poster or flyer, and actually I'll be teaching you how to remove backgrounds from images as well as a couple of effects that can make your design much better and much appealing. So the very first thing I'll do is create another document, and I already did that and named this flyer too. Thereafter, let's import a reference that we'll be designing, the reference of the poster we'll be designing, and that is this design. I worked on this design I think 2 years ago for a company outside of the country, and it's just something like this. So let's grab our rectangle tool, draw a rectangle with the exact shape. Let me bring this here and move this right over here. I actually like to make this a little bit bigger. It looks small. Let's make this bigger too. It looks kind of small. So like we did in our previous flyer tutorial, grab your rectangle tool, draw like a square. Make sure it's not so big, it's not so small, just the right size. Anything that actually works for you. So grab the ruler, do this, and you can duplicate this or you can just move it all together. Bring it to this edge, draw another ruler here, draw another one here, and you can delete the square now. It has served this purpose. Draw another ruler to the center and another one to the center. The reason why I do this is because it helps me be able to put enough negative space around the design, one, and the second thing is that it helps to guide the flow of the design. I get to see where things need to be aligned, where things need to be spaced out, and so on. So the next thing I actually want to teach you guys is how to remove images, background from images, I mean. So to do that, let me create a new page. Click on this plus icon and let's import an image. Let me import this image as a sample. Let me import this. Now, there are actually 3 ways you can remove the background on an image, because there are a couple of times where you want to work with an image and you don't want the background there. Take for example this flyer we want to design. This image does not have a background around it. It has already been removed. And say I want to use this image too for the design and I don't really want anything around it. There are 3 ways to go about it. The very first way is the easiest way, and it is to log on to a background removing website like RemoveBG. I use this a lot. In fact, it's actually what I used for this very design we're looking at. It's very good, it's very fast, it's free, and it saves a lot of stress. Just go to the website, type in, okay, just go to Google, type in RemoveBG, brings the option, click on it, then click on the website, upload your image, click on the remove background option and download the image that the background has already been removed. So let's say for example you don't have that on you don't have data, or for example you don't have data, you don't want to go online and you feel that is stressful and you want to do it from CorelDraw. I will teach you how to do it right now. First of all, let me switch off these rulers that we've drawn. Let me switch that off. You can do that by using this option right over here. So let me switch it off. Let me hide it. And let me teach you the second way to remove the background. Now, click on the image. You see, as we click on the image, there is this option that shows, it says trace bitmap. So I'll click on this trace bitmap, quick trace. Very quickly, see it has traced the bitmap. I'll bring it out here. The bitmap has been traced. Click on this side and right click, then press ungroup. By ungrouping, I will delete this area, select the lady there, delete it, then I have this shape. And I'll select this shape from the center, move it to the center of this first shape. After moving it there, I will select the 2 images or the 2 shapes together. Then I will use this second option on the toolbox, this second option. So now when I click on this second option, the magic happens. So let me remove this background, and you see, just like that, we've been able to remove the background from this image. Another way you can do that is you can actually use your pen tool. This is actually a tool I recommend that you use. Your pen tool is actually more tedious, it wastes a lot of time, but there are a couple of times when it will be very difficult for you to use the quick trace option to remove the background. Once you click on the quick trace option, it makes things much difficult. Like the images are just everywhere and it's really not making sense. That's when you can use the pencil. You can actually do this. Just click on the pencil, then start marking it out one after the other, and this will waste a lot of time. It will waste a lot of time. So I don't really advise you do that. Rather than do that, you can just go ahead to remove BG, remove the background of the image you want to use, and like that, that's also, you know, remove the background of the image you're working on. So let's go ahead with the design. So you notice that in the design folder I already removed the image, the background of the image, this right here, but this is the original image. Now for the second option that I taught you guys, that you can use the quick trace option, don't try to use that option when your image is larger than 1 MB. If your image is larger than 1 MB, please do not use this option, because it makes it difficult for CorelDraw to trace that option, to power trace that option, and it can sometimes, most of the times actually, it makes your laptop crash. It crashes your CorelDraw and then you lose your design file. So I really don't advise you using it for images that their size is larger than 1 MB. Rather just stick with images that are in kilobyte, probably like 20 kilobytes, 50 kilobytes and stuff like that. Don't use it for something that the size is so large it will crash CorelDraw. So let me import quickly the image we'll be using, the one I already removed the background, this right here. Import. So I will drag it right over here. Come on. She looks small. Let me crop it. So I'll select the crop tool, crop her out of there. I think I don't need more than this side, I guess. Let me just do it this way, crop it out. Yes, make it bigger. Yeah, this is better. This is much better. I think she's even too big right now. Yeah, this size is just okay. She needs to be a little bit smaller. Yeah, it's okay this way. So I'll power clip inside, and I think the next thing we need to work on is also the background. I also, I'm very generous person. The background is also in the file, so import the background, and right here just draw it. This works. Let's put it right over here. Power clip option, power clip inside. Now let me remove the outline, double click on the rectangle, select this background, use the command shift page down, shift plus page down, and like that we've been able to do it. So you will notice that around this lady there is like a shadow that I did. There is like a shadow because this looks, the contrast between the lady's color and face and the background is just not making a lot of sense. It's something's a little bit off. So I will just go ahead inside, click on the lady, quick trace this. Now we have this. Now make it color black. Yes, make it black. Then come to your bitmap, your effect, then come to blur, and come to Gaussian's, I hope I pronounced it properly. Gaussian's blur. Okay, Gaussian blur. Okay, and you can increase this, make it more and more and more. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, bring it right over here. I think the color is a little bit too black. Let's go with a lighter shade of black. This is too light. Yeah, this is just about right. So I'll move this up, shift page up, bring the background here a little bit. I made it smaller. I'm going to make it smaller. Come on. Yeah, right over here. Then I would use the transparency, so I make it a little bit transparent so it's not so dark and all. So this solves the issue, I guess. Yes, let me just move it. It needs a little bit of adjustment. Let me select the background, the shadow. Yes, it's perfect this way. Yes, perfect. So the next thing is I will import the logo. Let's turn back on our guides, turn it back on. Then I will import the logo. As I said in the previous video, I don't want to put that out there because it goes and violates the agreement that I've reached with the client while designing their logo. So I'll put the logo right over there. Then the next thing is just the text. So basically it's the text, but before the text, let's draw this rectangle. draw it. You can still make the size the appropriate one. Let's first of all get the color. Let's get the colors that we'll be needing. Let's get this blue. Then so to cancel it our yellow, then remove the outline by right clicking on this shape right here. Let's make it longer and a little bit slimmer, and let's start typing these things out. Thinking of more, stop there. Our text, then the text is Montserrat. Yes, Montserrat regular, and I'll give it a white color, then bring it right over here. Then let me duplicate this to the center of this, then select everything, and you can do that by using Ctrl A. Then I'll type privacy. I might type in this privacy. I'll make it bigger. I think this is perfect. Yeah. Then come over here, make it bold, Montserrat bold, I guess. Give it the color deep blue. Yes, and put it right here. I think the way I did this is I made this here like this, and I reduced the length this way. Okay, this needs to be smaller. You can just play around with it. Actually, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can play around. You can decide to play around with it however you want it to be. It's up to you, totally up to you. So this way, and duplicate this, Ctrl D. I'm trying to be very fast so this video is not so long. With your then search engine, yeah. So I'm going to break these guys, bring these guys here. Yeah, this is perfect. And this guy looks a little bit deep, so let me go to text and I'll use change case. I think sentence case is the right one to use. Make this caps in capital letter, search, and make this bold. I think semi-bold should work. Yeah, semi-bold is the right one. Make it bigger, bring it over here, and I think the rest is just not so something difficult. Grab your rectangle tool, draw a rectangle around this lady right here, give it a blue color, remove the outline, can make it a little bit wider if you like, then power click inside. Then I can duplicate this, Ctrl D, bring it over here. You can type the website www.plum.one. Let me make it smaller, perhaps give it the size 8. 8 is so small. 10 is perfect. No, a little bit more. Let's use 11 then. 11 works. Then using the shape tool, I will increase the spacing between each letter, and that makes it just perfect. And I will line it up with this guide, this ruler that I've drawn up in the first instance. And you see the use now, it actually helps to guide a lot of things. See how this is guiding this, see how it's guiding this, see how it's helping us align these guys right over here. And then you can type this plumb in and all this stuff. And the way I actually did this plumb in is I wrote the word plumb. Let me duplicate this. Plumb, P-L-U-M-B, and then I made it the bold, I made it more bold, and I increased the spacing between them a little. After doing that, I use Ctrl K to break them apart. Ctrl K. Then this U, there is something you can do about it. Use Ctrl Q to turn into a curve. Ctrl Q. Now it's this shape. Now to make it completely this shape, what you need is your pen tool and a rectangle. Pen tool, rectangle, pen tool, rectangle. So grab your rectangle first, draw it over this guy, draw it there, select the two of them, select this rectangle, using your shift, select the second one, use this option, it cuts it out for you just the way you want it. Grab your pen tool from here, just draw it right away. Before that, let's draw a ruler. Let me put the ruler here, draw right over here. I think this is just about right, and to the center, yeah, like this. Make it the color white and increase this to around, no, 10 is too much. Jesus, is that, what was I thinking? It's too much. Yeah, this is better. Now increase this here, increase this here, increase this here, and you can play around with this. You can make it just about the right size. I think 4 should work. Yeah, 4 is working. Select the 2 of them. I'm just trying to be very fast. If I'm doing this for someone, I would definitely take my time with it. Merge them together. Oh no, that doesn't work. Before that, let me convert this to the outline to an object. So come to object, convert to an outline, select the 2 of them, merge them together. They are looking perfect. So delete all these extra delete them. Yeah, and this is just about right. You can decide to drag this up here depending on your preference, but it will not really make a lot of sense. Let me select these 2 of them, move them up a little bit more, select this guy, this node right over here, drag it down till it's perfect. Actually, you can decide to make this straight just to give it that chain kind of a look, and like that you have the plum this way. So that is actually how to design this kind of a design. This is exactly how to go about it. I hope you learned something new, and I'll see you in the next video.